Thank you for the opportunity to present today. We are members of the League of Women Voters of Washington. The League is a nonpartisan organization helping empower voters across the U.S. and educate people about governmental issues. As a part of our work, we produce civics education books about state, local, and tribal governments. In 2000, the League of Women Voters of Washington Education Fund launched a major new civic education project. The State We're in, Washington, your guide to state, tribal, and local government, teaches students how they can participate in making and keeping government effective. The 8th edition for middle and high school was published in 2018 with a Spanish version published in 2023. The first book for grades 3 through 5 came out in 2020 with a Spanish translation anticipated in 2023. With the state we're in, Washington, our goal is to make government more understandable and relatable for our youth. Civics education should inspire all students to be active, informed citizens. The state we're in, Washington, does this by addressing state learning standards. We will introduce both books and teacher guides today. A digital copy of this presentation will be sent in a follow-up email. If you're looking for a book that teaches history and civics with diversity, equity, and inclusion, this is it. The book is written without shame or blame. The overarching theme is that America is a promise every generation works to keep. We teach to that hope. The books describe the progress we have made, the obstacles we have overcome, and teach how to continue to make progress and overcome obstacles. Jill Severn, author. Covering topics from the first peoples of Washington and how they governed themselves to current governmental and civics issues within state, local, and tribal governments, the 8th edition gives students the tools to be active citizens. The state we're in, Washington, aligns with social studies learning standards, helps fulfill graduation requirements, teaches how state, local, and tribal governments interact, and includes diverse perspectives. Using a storytelling style, the elementary grade book teaches similar concepts with engaging images and visuals and grade level appropriate language, as you can see in the sample passages. This book is ADA compliant. The teacher's guide comes with every classroom set of the book. Teachers developed this guide using the 6 proven practices and the C3 framework. Leslie Heffernan is a teacher in the Central Valley School District near Spokane. Let's hear her explain some of the benefits of the 8th edition Teacher's Guide. The Elementary Teacher's Guide has a similar structure.
But this teacher guide obviously goes with each chapter in this text. Let's look at the first people, and this goes with the first chapter. So as I look through, obviously it's 7 different segments of this web page. So how the first people of Washington governed themselves. The structure of these teacher guides is very, very, very similar across each chapter. It has an enduring understanding, supporting question, learning targets. Each teacher guide asks teachers to think about how they would launch the chapter, how they might ask kids to take focused notes. It offers some suggestions for text-dependent questions that focus in on a particular portion of the chapter. So we're not asking kids to answer questions all along the way, but rather zoom in on one particular aspect of this chapter that we think is interesting and that kids should remember, and ask some text-dependent questions based on that.
The book gives students an opportunity to understand our government processes in a way that invites and empowers engagement. It has the endorsement of the Washington State Council for the Social Studies, OSPI, and the Washington State Indian Education Association. To ensure our material is more accessible, there are Spanish and Chinese translations of the 8th edition available online. These testimonials come from teachers and administrators who have used our material in their schools. A Good Citizen poster is also included with every classroom set. It conveys key components from the book's chapter on effective civic participation. Teachers use this to help stimulate classroom discussion. The poster is available in both English and Spanish. Ordering the state we're in, Washington, can be done on the League of Women Voters of Washington website. To see the free online versions of the books, teacher guides, and translations, click on the buttons shown here. A copy of this slide deck will be provided in our follow-up email. We believe the state we're in, Washington, will energize today's students to become active and engaged citizens now and in the future. Thank you for your time.